Yo, everyone! I don't really have too much to say today. You like my shirt? What I do have to say is kind of one of those important little lessons or messages that I think is worth sharing because I often forget it. Instead of getting into some long, silly ramble as I like to do, I'll get straight to what I'm talking about, and we'll see if I can word it a little better than my little ramble. What I'm talking about is being kind to yourself when you're not at the place that you want to be. For instance, I used to be depressed. I was even suicidal at one point in my life, and I was depressed for many, many years. And as many of you may already know, I have worked really hard on myself for a number of years to reach the point that I am at today. And although I'm really, really happy, genuinely happy, and most of the time I am absolutely blissful, I am still human, and I still have days where I get stressed out. I still have days where I may get anxiety, and I'm really, really stubborn, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of us who have reached that happy point in our lives do become really stubborn because we've been through those rough places in our lives. We have a really hard time admitting when we do feel down because it's a reminder of that horrible place that we were at that point in our lives, and we don't want to feel like we're reverting back to that point. However, just because you have a bad day, or just because you're stressed out, or you feel anxious one day, it doesn't mean that you are reverting back to your depressed self. It just means that you're human. So I guess what I'm really trying to say is I want to talk about accepting the fact that we're human and we may feel very many different levels of emotions no matter at what point we are in our lives. My cats are wrestling. So yes, be kind to yourself and be gentle to yourself, and know that you're allowed to have bad days, you're allowed to get stressed out. You can be the happiest person in the world, but you're still going to have bad days. You're still going to have challenges in your life. We have challenges in our lives for a reason. They're there to teach us and to help us grow. So don't feel badly about the challenges. Don't feel badly if you're having a bad day. Don't feel badly if you're at a point where you're really stressed out, because there's so many different reasons for stress to occur. You don't need to look too deeply into it. That's, I guess, an important point. Don't look too deeply into it. Don't overthink it. Just because you're having a bad day, you're feeling stressed out, doesn't mean that you're depressed. It just means that you're having a bad day and you're not feeling too good that day. But you'll bounce back as long as you don't get hooked up on that thought that, hey, you're reverting back to your old self. So stay positive and keep your mind on the good things. Keep your mind on what you want, and keep your mind on the fact that you are in a happy, blissful place in your life and that you'll get back to that blissful place. You just might feel a little bit down for a couple days or even a couple minutes. Who knows? But that's the point of life, is we have those ups and downs teach us to grow and to become the wonderful people that we are. I'm sharing this story because I'm quite certain that I have been experiencing anxiety for the past week. And although I can't pinpoint it to a particular event, I do believe it's just a slight buildup of stress and excitement and just busyness. I've been really, really busy with work and a lot of new things going on. So I've been feeling a pain in my chest, and my heart rate goes up really randomly in a very anxiety type manner. I have had anxiety previously in my life, so it's a very high chance that it's that. I'm really stubborn and I don't want to admit that I'm anxious. I don't want to admit that I have anxiety because I'm this happy, blissful person and I don't want to be the old me. But again, it doesn't mean you're that old self that you didn't enjoy and that old self that was depressed or upset or sad. You're still you. You still get to choose who you are. You're just human. So let yourself be human. Let yourself have a bad day. Let yourself get a little stressed out if that's what you're feeling. Just don't get stressed out about being stressed out, because then you're entering this cycle and it's a lot harder to get back to that really happy place if you let yourself spiral down into the circle of stress, which is really easy to get into. So trying to avoid that. Don't overthink it, don't overlook it, don't take life so seriously. Just enjoy it, let things flow. My favorite quote from Way of the Peaceful Warrior, well, one of my favorite quotes from Way of the Peaceful Warrior is, 1, stress is when the mind resists what is. But 2, which is more on bar with what I'm talking about right now, is let emotions flow and then let them go. If you're having a bad day, if you're feeling down, if you're not quite feeling uppity, fantastic, and blissful, it's okay. Let whatever you need to feel, let yourself feel it, and then let it go. And then you'll a lot easier get back to that happy place. And I've noticed I'm talking a lot with my hands today. The very last thing that I wanted to actually point out was that I actually feel incredibly blissful right now, and I feel really, really good. And I think as soon as I accepted the fact that, hey, I'm experiencing some anxiety this week, all of a sudden it's like this weight off my shoulder because I've accepted what's happening, and instead of resisting it now, my body can do what it needs to get rid of whatever it's stressing it out, and then move forward. Accepting the fact that you might be feeling down, that you might be stressed out, that you might be feeling anxious. Accepting those things will make you actually feel a lot better. You'll actually be able to feel more blissful and happy. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, wonderful life. I hope you're feeling blissful no matter what's going on in your life. Remember, you're allowed to feel blissful. You're allowed to feel happy no matter what's going on around you. And stay positive, stay happy, enjoy your life, enjoy yourself, and much love and positivity as always. Love you guys. Mwah. Oh my god, there's no dancing today. Sorry, I didn't... Okay, fine. Fine, I'll give you guys a little bit of dancing today.